15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Just 300 years ago, people wouldn't have dared to dream beyond the skies. And reach it, that was impossible, right?
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yet here we are, leaving footprints on the moon and doubts and dust, turning dreams of space travel into reality.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Paz și felicidade a todos.
Audidiano.
Salutări la toată lumea.
And nearly 50 years ago, through Voyager 1 and 2, we sent our voices into the void. 55 greetings in the language of our world, packed as if it were a time capsule, with one fragile hope that someday someone out there would listen to the voice of Earth.
It is 25th May 2025, 11:31 a.m. IST. I am Ramit reporting from the Solving for X studio, and we still don't know if aliens exist.
We still don't know yet. We don't know yet. I think that's the intriguing part. Not having all the
But who are
information.
you, miss?
Uh, Excuse me? Um,
I mean, introduce yourself first.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm Fatima. I'm your host. Definitely nothing alien to this planet. And if you're still wondering where this episode will take us, it will take us somewhere we can detect extraterrestrials or aliens.
Yes, please. Don't hurt us if you exist, that is.
And if they're listening,
Oh, now I have to ask you this. What is one message that you would give aliens or something you would ask them if you could? Only one though.
only one. Okay, that's actually hard. Um, do they eat like cheeseburgers on the planet? Do they have those stuff? I would ask something like that. What would you ask? Um,
Okay, that was not really meaningful, but okay. I would have asked them in a threatening tone if they had any intention to rob us of our planet ever, because if they did, this Earthling would scare the heck out of them.
okay.
That's not a
And
joke,
it
okay?
didn't have to be. It didn't have to be meaningful. Okay. It is not.
Okay, fine. Okay, so see to me, and I think to most people, aliens are species that exist out of Earth, and I think they have green, ginormous heads, or look like Jadoo from the movie Koi Mil Gaya. You know,
Well, technically, you are not wrong about the first part. Not like Jadoo. We don't know that. We consider
Mhm.
any living creature that is foreign to Earth as aliens. Like even if a bacteria or a fungi kind of creature or anything completely different that shows signs of life, that would be, and if it's found on another planet, not Earth, that would be an alien too.
So no green heads.
Not that we know of, like not as of now. The thing is, these ideas like green heads, large eyes, these are science fiction. I'm pretty sure Noah would imagine Star Trek characters, maybe like Baby Yoda or
Yeah,
Spock, when imagining aliens, right?
it's the same way I immediately remember Men in Black or X Files. And if it's really influenced by science fiction so much, why do so many of us believe in aliens?
Personally, I don't believe in aliens as such, and if hypothetically they come in front of me, then I would ask maybe that we can communicate safely, or why are they here? Can they experience emotions like us, or they are the only intelligent beings, in the universe? So such questions I would go for, and yeah, that's it.
Bro, listen. Do you believe in aliens?
No.
Okay. So if they told you that the aliens are on Earth right now and they're not in a good mood, what are you doing?
Running and hiding
Where?
in my mom's basement. I don't know.
You think they can't reach there?
So, yeah, I do believe that aliens exist because there are a lot of other galaxies that also exist, which is scientifically proven. And who knows that there must be another planet just like Earth where life sustains, and probably those aliens, as we term them, need some other necessity for them, just like humans need water and air. So, yeah, aliens do exist, and I find it actually very pretty interesting to know about. It is a really cool topic for me to know about.
And why does it matter if they are there out like or not there?
Okay, so there's this quote by Arthur Clarke. I think you know him.
Ooh, I love the Space Odyssey books.
Yeah, he wrote those books. So this quote might answer your question. Two possibilities exist. Either we are completely alone in the universe or we are not. And both of these are equally and extremely terrifying. And given the size of the universe, which by the way we don't even know about, like the observable universe itself is like a sphere with a diameter of approximately say 93 billion light years.
Ooh, and light years, for your information, is a unit of distance, not time, guys.
Yeah, I've seen that misused so many times. Like I've heard it would take a
Same.
million light years to do that, but
Y- yes, one light is the distance light travels in 1 year, of course, in near vacuum conditions, though.
so as I was saying, the probability that life exists only on Earth, that only one planet in such an ever expanding universe developed conditions for life to exist.
It is extremely difficult to comprehend the scale of the universe. There are nearly 400 billion suns in our galaxy itself. All of them have planets revolving around them, and the number of galaxies itself is unimaginably large.
Exactly. With so many worlds out there, each with their own little quirks, like some have oceans, some are gas giants, and the variety of them is just incomprehensible. Plus, these conditions for life forming basically depend on carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are our
Hmm.
building blocks of life, and these are quite abundant in our universe. It just seems to statistically improbable that we are alone.
So, where's everyone?
Now you're thinking like Sir Enrico Fermi.
Who the heck is that now? Is that someone smart?
Smart. He only created the world's first artificial reactor, the Chicago File 1, is a Nobel Prize winner, and just earned the title
Okay,
of
okay,
Father
okay,
of
okay.
Nuclear Age.
Okay, chill. I get it. He made some real big discoveries. Yes, I get it. But why would you say I was thinking like him?
Yeah, it is wrong to compare someone so great with you, but uh, where he asked where all the aliens are, just like you, and if their presence is in such abundance, why haven't we had any concrete signs of them, and why haven't they visited us? And he asked these questions much before the number of stars or galaxies or civilizations were, let's say, calculated.
Wait, is this the Fermi paradox?
Yeah. Are you prepared for this episode, Ramat? I
Yeah, I know this. And we use the Drake equations for counting the number of active and communicative civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy, right?
Yeah, you're back on track at least.
So the Drake equation uses the rate of star formation, fraction of stars that have planets, number of stars per solar system that have environments suitable for life, and the fraction of that out of this where intelligent life appears.
And out of even these, the fraction of those which have technology that's developed enough to release detectable signals like radio waves of existence into space. And finally, the length of time for which these galaxies or civilizations release detectable signals.
Yes, it's a product of all these constants. Or
Or variables. Yeah.
yes, yeah. That gives you the number of active. technologically advanced civilizations in our Milky Way galaxy.
So, how many are there in our galaxy then?
It doesn't give us an actual answer, of course, since we don't really know the value of these variables. The Drake equation is not a definite valid or invalid equation. It is more of a framework. It gives us an idea of how we can think about this whole situation and what factors matter, basically.
Yeah. Do you think we'd ever know though?
Well, there are a lot of research projects that are active around this subject, collectively called SETI or Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Scientists look for signs of alien life by checking for radio waves, looking for strange lights in space, and studying mysterious objects that might have come from other planets.
Initiatives have been taken to send messages to hypothetical alien civilizations, like NASA's Golden Record. It's a 12-inch gold plated copper phonograph. It's
Yeah.
basically a record attached to the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft that were launched in 1977 by NASA. It contains sounds, images, greetings from Earth, natural sounds, musics from different cultures, basically portraying how diverse Earthians are and their culture is.
His audience. I'll call them Earthlings. And by the way, the audio in the beginning in different languages, that was sent to hypothetical aliens. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Imagine aliens listening to Beethoven right now, like someone out there.
Okay, so these SCTI projects have been here for quite a while, since the 1960s, I guess, starting with Project Ozma, a small radio telescope experiment aimed at detecting signals from two nearby sun-like stars, Tau Ceti and Epsilon Eridani.
No response, of course. But that didn't stop the movement because over the decade we have more and more SETI projects or SCTI projects that have come from single dish telescopes to global networks scanning vast swaths of sky for extraterrestrial life. And now we've got projects like Breakthrough Listen that use some of the world's most powerful radio telescopes to scan millions of stars for any artificial signal.
But the aliens still haven't texted us back or called. Why?
Left unread by aliens. Imagine. But that's the core idea of Fermi paradox, right? With such high probabilities, we should have encountered aliens by now. But we haven't. So where is everyone?
Well, there are some wild solutions to this, like the zoo hypothesis.
Yes, that one says aliens know we are here, but they are just watching us like we're animals in a cosmic zoo.
Like, do not interact with humans, they obsess with whatever.
Over Taylor Swift, yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up.
Or maybe they have set some kind of rule to never interact with us or interfere with developing civilizations.
And even if they did reply or decided to show up, then,
How much of an advance warning are we getting, realistically?
well, that really depends on the size of their ship. Even if it's not glowing or transmitting signals, it would still reflect sunlight, and that reflection is something our telescopes would catch.
Yeah, in fact, we have already kind of done it once. Back in October 2017, the Pan Stars or STARRS observatory in Hawaii spotted a strange object. It was about the size of a football field and it was moving through our solar system. They named it a word I cannot pronounce, but I would spell it out for you. Oumua, which means scout in Hawaiian.
Aumuamua, is it right?
I hope I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, I just guessed it.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, it was fast, weirdly shaped, and behaved like any asteroid or comet we'd seen before. And for a brief moment, scientists actually considered the possibility, what if it wasn't natural at all?
Should we jump to conclusions as of yet?
Okay, but
Because it's
let
been like so many years.
yeah, but let's say they're out there. Why haven't they just dropped in?
Gravity. Um, Not as a reason to why they haven't visited us, but as one of the many barriers. Imagine the energy it takes to escape a planet's gravity. Well, travel light years away and survive the harsh vacuum of space. And for them or for us, it is very difficult to do this unless they have like some really cool, crazy sci-fi level tech like warp drives or wormholes. The distances are just too vast.
And even if they did manage to get there, would we even recognize them? I mean, we are still trying to make sense of UAP sightings.
Yeah, the new fancy word for UFOs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. While most
Oh,
sightings are
yeah.
probably natural or human made phenomena, a few cases have truly baffled scientists.
Like that Navy footage where flying objects moved in ways that defy current human engineering? If those were aliens, that's some next level tech. During the United States initial wave, over 800 sightings were reported on the news. In Brazil, pilots alone report dozens of annual sightings.
Yeah, or it's just us humans making a big deal, like we always do, of small misunderstandings. With all those videos on the internet about Area 51, the Bermuda Triangle, the pyramids, I even saw a video of a unicorn sighting the other day. So people
What?
make conspiracies about everything. Yeah. So the fact that governments are taking action on this seriously right now and even launching investigations, now that adds a lot of weight to these. But otherwise, it's just conspiracies.
I mean, there are these people who claim the government has encountered aliens and are just hiding it from people. They really want sci-fi movies to happen, but maybe that there's a darker, more sciencey explanation for the silence.
You mean the great filter?
Yeah, that eerie concept in astrobiology. It suggests that somewhere along the long chain from simple chemistry to galaxy spanning civilizations, there's a stage, or maybe several, that are nearly impossible to pass. A kind of invisible barrier that stops life from going further.
So, the silence of the universe, the fact that we haven't found aliens yet, despite the vastness of space, might not mean that they're not out there. It might mean they didn't make it.
Exactly. Think about it this way. There are likely billions of Earth like planets in the galaxy. Statistically, many should have developed life, but where are the signals, the probes, the megastructures?
Which brings us to a few possible answers. One of them is that the great filter is already behind us, that we have already passed those stages. And it was a rare and deadly one, but we did it.
Hmm. Like the jump from non-living molecules to living cells. Abiogenesis, how life began, is still a huge mystery. It might be an astronomically unlikely process, though.
Or the emergence of eukaryotic cells, cells with complex internal structures like nuclei or mitochondria, that only happened once on Earth, around 2 billion years ago. Every plant, animal, fungus today traces back to that single event.
That's so wild. One fusion between a primitive cell and bacterium changed everything. Our ticket to life, and well, all it brings with it.
And if that's the case, then most planets never get past this microbial stage. We, the complex, the intelligent life, are the exception.
But there's a scarier possibility. What if the great filter lies ahead of us?
Yeah, what if intelligence isn't rare but survival is? Civilizations may develop technology, but that same tech could doom them.
Think about it. Nuclear weapons have only existed for 80 years, but they could end our species in minutes, or take climate change for that matter. We have disrupted ecosystem faster than evolution can adapt. Then there's AI, bioengineering, resource depletion, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so much for our destruction.
Hmm.
And if a civilization doesn't manage those tools wisely, it might not last for more than a few centuries. The galaxy could be full of extinct civilizations, ones that burned brightly and briefly and then vanished before anyone noticed.
That also explains the silence. The cosmic radio is quite not because no one's out there, but because no one survives long enough to broadcast for long.
And our own signal, we've only been emitting radio waves since the early 20th century. That's just over 100 years ago, a tiny speck on the cosmic timeline.
To aliens light years away, we might not even exist. Or we might seem like a very faint, very young flicker.
So the great filter is a dreadful question. Are we before it or are we after it?
If we've already passed it, that's incredible. We might be the first or the only intelligent species to reach this level.
But if it's still ahead of us, then we are walking towards it right now without even knowing what it is.
Either way, it gives our existence a strange weight. If we are rare, maybe even alone, then exploring, preserving, understanding the universe becomes our responsibility.
It's a lot of pressure. But okay, let's say we do find them. The aliens, I mean. What next?
It depends. If we receive a signal like a mathematical pattern or repeated pulse, that's one kind of contact. It's indirect but intriguing. We don't know how they would communicate with us or, in fact, with each other, right?
Yeah, but what if they land in our backyard?
We panic, obviously,
Yeah.
but also scientists have actually thought this through. There are protocols, first contact plans, messaging strategies, even interstellar ethics, but very, very premature.
Diplomacy would be wild. Like, who gets to speak for Earth?
Definitely not the ones who believe in the concept of flat Earth or
Oh, yeah.
conspiracy theorists either.
Yeah. Yeah. And we would need to figure out how to communicate. What if they don't use sound or light? Or what if they communicate through like something complex like quantum entanglement or telepathy or smell?
And what if they aren't friendly at all?
Yeah, someone like Thanos perhaps. Like if they carry diseases or something spreadable that's different from our planet and then we are unaware of it and it's not good for us.
Though these questions are well thought of and discussed since the idea of extraterrestrial life emerged, and governments and scientists have their ideas, and according to Scientific American, it is premature to contemplate a global policy long before it is required.
Clearly, interstellar affair is not something that's an imminent policy concern for any nation at this moment. So there is a national protocol issued by the United Nations for what to do. But we should keep this in mind that within a million years, humans might not reside on Earth. They might be on the moon, Mars, or free floating space platforms. And each community might choose to respond in a different way.
And astrophysicist Avi Loeb is the head of the Galileo project. He argues that if extraterrestrials ever show up, we'll be wildly unprepared. Not because we haven't thought about aliens, we have, but because we have never taken the idea seriously enough to plan for it.
Yeah. And anyway, till that day comes, we keep searching, listening, sending out golden records and radio waves into the dark.
Because maybe, just maybe, someone's listening. Maybe they are waiting for us to say something worth responding to.
So here's our shot. If you're out there listening,
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
still listening, huh? Get ready for those movie and show recommendations to binge as a reward.
As long it's not another 10-hour alien documentary, I am in.
Chill, okay? We're not gonna do that. Here is our
Hmm.
top 3 picks. Interstellar for the epic space drama that makes you feel it all. Arrival for the brainy alien vibes. And The Expanse if you want something that's politics, war, and science all tangled up in space. And if you just want to chill, rewatch Men in Black.
Perfect for existential dread and humor with popcorn. Let's go.
It is 25th May 2015, 12 p.m. IST. This is Fatima
And this is Ramit.
signing off from the Solving for X studio.